Hello Mindshowites, one more Dave here with a quick tutorial on how to use an Xbox controller to do camera moves like this, or use it while hopped into a character to walk. It's kind of hacky, which you'll see once you get in there, and there's sometimes some jerkiness that happens during movement. This happens in all games, which leads me to believe that it's a Steam VR related, not a bug in Mindshow. So there's a couple of programs you're going to need to get started. The first is a Steam VR plugin called Advanced Settings. The other is a program called Joytokey, Joytokey. I've linked both in the description below. You only need the Joytokey software if you want to control the camera or your character via a game controller rather than a keyboard. So while you're getting those two sorted, you're also going to need to grab Cybermind's modified PlaySpace QML file. I've popped a link to the zip file underneath this video. As a disclaimer, I did not create this mod, and all credit goes to Cybermind, who has an awesome YouTube channel, which you should totally subscribe to. What it does is add additional gradients to the PlaySpace section of Advanced Settings. This allows for a much smoother motion, smooth enough for walking. So once you have Advanced Settings and Joytokey installed, open the PlaySpace zip file and follow the instructions in the tweak notes file to replace the PlaySpace page.qml with the one you just downloaded. I added old to the original one, so you could always go back to it if you needed. Before you leave this part, drag the startup desktop mode.bat shortcut onto your desktop, because we'll need that later. If you're using an Xbox controller, there's also a file called profile1.cfg that you can add to the same folder as you unzipped the Joytokey files. If you're using a different controller than an Xbox controller, you will need to do your own mappings. And with that, we should be ready to get started. So launch Joytokey, make sure that's running, launch Mindshow, and then launch the start desktop mode.bat shortcut. Now, the only way this works is if the desktop version of Advanced Settings is the focus window and the mouse cursor is hovering over one of the buttons. I don't know why, it just is. So, to walk, you just hop into a character and press one of the buttons you've mapped, and that should send you in that direction. To get those fantastic crane shots or movement shots, you just record as you normally would while pushing the appropriate button on the controller. Just to note that the camera does need to be loose and not locked in place. Now, another warning is when moving, the camera will appear to shake violently, and you will often get jumps and jerkiness in the finished video. It will take both a little luck and a bit of patience to get the perfect shot, but you can end up with some really great results. And now the most important bit, always reset. So always hit that reset key before quitting Steam VR. If you don't, you will need to remap your PlaySpace. Now, some of you may have figured out by now that you're moving your PlaySpace relative to the VR application, rather than moving within the game itself. And this doesn't just work for Mindshow. It's also great fun to explore the normally inaccessible areas and vistas of other VR games. Remember, of course, that the Steam VR chaperone system is pretty much rendered useless once you have moved your PlaySpace using this tool. So that's it. Enjoy, and thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Take care.